Welcome to this episode of BOI Weekly on Channels Television, and this episode starts from here. Behind me is the conference room of the Ministry of Finance of Oyo State Government, and also you can see applicants. These are people who have been in the process of benefiting from the Oyo State Government and the Bank of Industry Matching Fund. Today, to begin this episode of the program, we'll bring you the process, the screening process, and give you some of the information in case you are interested. We'll start from here and pick it up on BOI Weekly.
It has come to the notice of the management of Bank of Industry, BOI, that some unscrupulous persons are defrauding the general public by claiming to be the bank's agents. BOI insists that it does not engage persons or organizations as its agent to sell application forms or receive completed loan applications on its behalf. If you are a genuine entrepreneur and prospective customer, please freely walk into any of BOI's zonal offices nearest to you and obtain the application forms and list of requirements for accessing loans directly, free of all charges. You can also visit our website and social media platforms for other details. For more information, call our head office in Lagos 012715070-99 or Abuja Corporate Office 08073990022 www.boinigeria.com.
28 of them, operating cooperatives and micro-businesses, have been successful up to this stage. Their businesses vary from making blocks, edibles like cassava flour, to making petroleum products. The criteria is adding value to locally sourced raw materials. One set after the other, depending on their time of arrival, they are called into the conference room for the screening, which is done by officials from the Oyo State Bureau for Investment and Public-Private Partnership and the Bank of Industry.
This is the first step towards them accessing the loan, which is a loan like a joint venture between Oyo State Government and BOI. And it's been so far so good. At least we have a better understanding of how people really perceive the project. Some people don't have a total understanding of what it is all about, and some people do have. So it's a mixed bag.
As they are seated, their files, which have already been studied by the officials, are brought forth and they are asked a few relevant questions.
What do you want the money for? That's what we want to know.
We kind of have fish and we are processing, and we're also going to pelletized feed, because we discovered that most of the feeds that are available around are majorly imported, opens and all the stuff like that, and they are somehow expensive for the farmers to meet. So we discovered in the course of our interaction that most of them cannot return to property because 80% of the cost of production is on feed. So we come up with a feed that is floating and has a good aroma and is meeting the trapping of imported without necessarily eroding their profit.
Scanning through the applicants, it's easily observed that these are individuals who have been in business for a while.
Yes, it's open to everybody, even though we have criteria. We have special one for youth, but maybe the youth are not aware. The people you saw today are mostly ones that have been in business, because we are not really looking for start-up businesses. We want to empower and enhance the ones that are already in existence. So that's why you notice that most of them are matured people. They've been in business. So it's just to take their business to the next level.
After the screening, the applicants come out excited and optimistic.
The first question is, they asked me how much did I request for? What I want to use it for? And it's a very single question they asked me in the conference room.
But the impression is quite positive.
Next, the Bank of Industry is expected to take over by visiting the business premises for their own screening. But in all, Oyo State Government promises to shorten the process and get the funds to beneficiaries within 3 months. And while others are still in the process of getting the fund, the Oyo State and Bank of Industry Fund, there are testimonies that this thing is really working. One of them is Alpha Steel and Wire Industry Limited in Oyo State, of course. They have benefited from this fund and they stand as a testimony. Alpha Steel and Wire Industry, located in Egbeda local government area in Ibadan, Oyo State, prides itself as a major producer of nails, bolts and nuts, binding wires, and the likes. It's therefore normal to see bundles of wire coil, mostly 5.5 millimeter, unloaded and laid in the premises, since it's their major raw materials.
We get them from the local market at the moment, but we are planning to import. The Ajakuta steel rolling mill is meant to produce the same. Because it's not functioning, we can't get from them, we have to buy from the importers.
Unfortunately, in the 2 visits by the crew of BOI Weekly, there's been no electricity, so we have to rely on the explanation of the chairman, Mr. Tuagoma Daniels, on how their nails are produced.
We have 3 main sections. The dry section is the first section that we enter into, and you can see that we are offloading some of the raw materials. We put them into the machine and we draw them from the 5.5 mm to any sizes of nail that we want to produce. Then we bring it from there to this section that we are, and we have 34 machines, as you can see, producing the nails. And from 1 inch to 5 inches nail, we can produce it comfortably here. And this side of the factory, we have 11 machines producing 3 inches sizes, because the 3 inches, they are more in demand than any other sizes. The third section, we take it from this section to the polishing and washing section. That is where we polish it, because when it comes from the machine, it looks dirty and rusty. But when it is taken there, we polish it, we wash it before packaging.
Fortunately, though, we witnessed part of the cleaning process. Sawdust is poured on the nails, which have already been loaded in the washing machine, and then it's sealed. Here, electricity is needed again. After the process, cleaned nails are poured out.
The essence of washing is to prevent it from rusting. Because if it is not polished or washed, if you use it for the construction, it will rust. But after the polishing, the rust is off it and it will remain for life.
Employing about 80 Nigerians presently, the production of Alpha Steel is placed at about 60 tons weekly, with a projection to produce even more.
We have a lot of market for our products in Nigeria. Our projection is to produce about 4 trucks, which is 120 tons away. During the high season, they even pay for the product before we produce. Like Oyo State, we are the only outstanding nail company in Ibadan.
Alpha Steel and Wire nails come in 25 kilogram packages and is available in the open market. Larry J Ventures is located here on Gbaremu on Eleyele Road, Ibadan. Quietly, they make candles of different sizes and shape. In use here is a mixture of both the old way of doing things and the new. Melting the wax, which is the beginning of production, employs the native way of making fire using firewood.